Alright guys, welcome back to episode 9 of our Dofus Let's Play. If you missed last episode, please go ahead and check it out, as we managed to do a few of the level 1 to 50 dungeons, and we're just continuing that reiteration on today's episode. So the next quest in line is the Smith's Chest. So we start our journey just south of Astrub Zap, as you can see here, at the Rogue's Passage. We did use this again last episode, so this is another little tip. There is 2 teleports from this area. One being the Amakna village, and also the second one being the Rogue Temple. So we're going to go to the Rogue Temple this time. The reason being is it is... oh god, that's the wrong one. It is closer than any of the zaps that we currently have. So as you can see here, it's literally, you know, it's very close. So we're just going to do a little walk down there. Now you can take on the Doppel, obviously, which is just located in this room here. We're going to bypass the Doppel for now. We will do all the Doppels eventually when we get a bit of a higher level, but it is quite tedious, and I don't plan on recording all the Doppel fights because they are just a copy and pasted version. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm moving both characters with a hotkey. Definitely something you should look into if you guys want a tutorial of how to set up hotkeys for when you're playing multiple characters. Just let me know. More than happy to do so. So it's just a case of pressing one number or one keybind, and it will move both characters. Because our Forge Lance is faster on the mount, the Uganak just needs a bit of time to catch up. But as you can see, they move relatively the same place, which is pretty good. Okay, so here we are. So we're going to talk to Nathan Hare. And oh god, so you can even use it for dialogue. For instance, if I hold my keybind and press use bunch of keys, yes, it'll teleport both characters in here. So it is definitely very useful for bypassing dialogue, and you can set up as many characters as you want. Okay, so this dungeon, as I said in the last video, is one of my favourite dungeons, just because it's quite easy, to say the least. The monsters can hit relatively hard, but we are quite over leveled and we are quite strong, so I've got no issue in this. Okay, so the challenge, we'll avoid this challenge for now because it is quite a tedious one. So as you can see, yeah, these guys are very easy. Some pretty decent damage off there. So the bandits do hit probably the highest hitters in the dungeon, but as long as you eliminate them pretty quickly, you should have a relatively easy time. So we're just going to heal up. There we go. And the drops in this dungeon, so there is a few we're looking for, as you can see here. So some of the Seed of Contentions are actually really handy for crafting Perceptor Summoning Potions. So these do sell because people are, you know, obviously buying these quite often. There is a few other items which we are looking for, one being the Dark Baker's Treasure Map. And also, if we hit the rare drop table, we can expect to get some resources such as crystal stones, diamond stones, etc. Nothing too big, but again, it's something. It's karmas at the end of the day, and that's what we're looking for. So obviously, as we are going into the mid game, we want to be able to have a few karmas piled up, so we're able to afford our next sets. Okay, so these challenges are really good for us. We can do both of these challenges. Trying to think. So we'll go in. Heroic charge. Now this is where Noah becomes really strong. As you can see there. So we've pretty much cleaned up nearly two mobs in one move. So we want to go for this guy. Increase rage. Just shield up. The miners also do a lot, as you can see there, so just be wary of that. If you do get yourself in a bit of a pinch, I think the best way to do this dungeon effectively is to just isolate certain mobs. So, you know, as long as you kill one mob per turn, you should have a relatively easy time. And there we go, level 86. That's really nice. Drop-wise, wow! Wow, 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 wow. Okay, we actually got a map. So this is a 0.4% drop rate. Obviously we did do the challenges, so our drop rate was slightly increased by a total of 135%. So that's an amazing drop. It's perfect. I will look into that because I'm not sure how it works these days. I haven't done one of those in a while. But yeah, you can find certain ores in here which are quite nice to farm if you have the miner level. And we are going one of two routes. This route is going to allow us to get a special emote. It doesn't benefit us in the slightest, it's just, you know, you've got to go one or two ways regardless, so you might as well pick up the emote when you're here. Yeah, I'm really happy with our damage. I think our damage for our level is looking pretty good, I must say. We should have really tried one of the challenges there, that's my bad. And we have got panic as well, which can be quite useful. We can use it on ourselves, which is nice. It gets us out of some sticky situations. Let's use Ulna to gain MP. And then let's use tracking to bring ourselves closer to the fight. So yeah, I am getting quite used to the Luginak's spell range, and obviously what they're capable of. It's not a class I've played consistently, so I am still learning. Let's finish this guy off. Okay, this is good. Oh no. We'll go here, use Mastiff. We get our MP back, so we can pre-state Dark Miner and finish Miner off with a Cerberus. There we go, so one diamond stone now, which is quite nice. I'm quite a big advocate for receiving drops, as you've probably noticed. There we go, so we just click this little, I don't know what it is really, and we receive the high emote, which is only accessible through this feature. And to access your emotes, you need to click this little smiley icon at the bottom. So there's quite a few emotes to get in the game. You know, I do know people out there who ultimately do try collect every single emote they can. Okay, so we want to try for the challenge in this room because we have a Dark Smith. And that might be the last monster we need to do a challenge against. So we've got Contamination, which is probably one of the best challenges we can get. But yeah, I'm just utilising Noah, obviously placing it in areas where I can get massive damage off. Like so. So this Noah here should be pretty strong. Wow, 456. That's amazing. Perfect, so now we're actually in the boss room, and we'll quickly have a look at the achievements we need to do. I think we should be fine on both achievements here. What is it, Smiths? There we go, so we need to do Nomad, which is use all MP, and First. First is probably the harder of the two. I believe this chest has the ability to one-hit KO you, so ideally you want to get it killed in the first turn, if you can. Now I'm pretty sure we won't be able to do that first turn, but we should be relatively good. Let's heal up, and let's go straight into it. Okay, so we want to start up here, ideally. The worst thing for us to happen is to get locked. So yeah, Nomad, use all available MP and avoid being locked. Now Vazrik is high agility, so we shouldn't really be locked with him, but we might be able to kill Smith's chest first turn. Which we can. And then we just withdraw our lance and run back. And for the rest of it, should be pretty smooth sailing. So we're going to run up and shield. And we could summon a Yapper, I guess. The challenge is to each his pun. Ooh. Okay, so if we killed every other mob now with just the Yuginak, we would get a really good amount of XP. So let's try that. Yeah, because the Yapper has hit both targets now, we have to finish all mobs with just the Yuginak. The issue is he's locked. So I think we failed the challenge personally. Just so we don't risk the achievements. The achievements are more important than the challenge. Okay, so we can finish the Dark Baker off with Mastiff. And we can Prey State. And we want to make sure we use all MP. So we'll run up here. And then we should be able to finish this fight. So as I said earlier, this dungeon, very easy. And that should be it. Nice. So we did all achievements. As you can see, simply the chest. Nice. That's really good for us. Let's claim these. Oh, look at that juicy XP. We should get maybe 2 levels from this. Yeah, that's really good for our Yuginak. And as you can see, the XP for our Forge Lance is obviously relatively high. So we are going to level up quite quick on him. Okay, so we learned Weapon Skill, which is really good for our Yuginak. We already had it on our Forge Lance, but Weapon Skill basically increases the power of weapons. So because we do have a Yench Cutting Sword, which we haven't actually used yet since we got it, it just basically makes us a bit stronger. So now I need to go talk to Mumbo Jumbo. So I'm going to try do this with hotkeys only. Okay, I can't. Not an issue. Where is he? I think he's at the village. Let's sync them up and let's run over to him. So Jumbo Mumbo's gonna give us a lot of XP just for doing that dungeon, and he will give us another quest to do. And as you can see, our karmas is stacking up nicely. So every dungeon we're doing, we're getting double the amount of karmas because we do it on both characters. If you were to do this with like a 8-man squad, you would lap up the karmas. However, it does require you to have obviously subscriptions on all accounts, which you can pay for with in-game money, but it kind of just makes the experience a bit obsolete when you're farming these karmas through achievements and dungeons, and you can only afford 1 subscription to a character. Okay, so level 73, and we've got the Blockette. Nice. And level 89. Okay, so the Block dungeon is located over here, just to the west of Machna village. So we're going to use, let's get both characters there. And we're what, 15 minutes in? We've done 1 dungeon already, so we might even be able to fit in 3 dungeons this episode, which would be quite nice. I don't remember the dungeon after this one, but I think we're nearly at the end of the 150s. Let's have a look and see where we're at. So we're 41% in. I've still got to do the Incarnum dungeon on my Yuginak, which I can just do off camera. It'll literally take about not even 5 minutes. We unfortunately failed Batofu's statue, but we can go back and do that. This one is one of the newer ones, I believe. So that's not going to come up in any quest line. Shin Lava. So after this, it probably will be Shin Lava. And then we've just got the Grotto Hest which is the automised one. But yeah, Shin Lava will come on to, because that does require 2 characters. So it is very fortunate we do actually have access to 2. At the beginning of the series, you know, it was just our singular Forge Lance, so I'm quite glad that we've brought on board a second character. So to access the Bork village, we just need to come to this map, which is there, just one above Sedida Temple, so it's the Imp Carrier, I believe. There's not really like an entrance point on the map itself, so you just kind of got to know where it is. There we go, so that's the Bork Portal, they call it. So yeah, there's 2. Oh wow, we can do this. We can do another walk dungeon. That one I just recommended there, the Academy. So we'll do the Academy as well, just because that's not in any quest lines at all. So I think it might be in a quest line in the Bork camp, but okay. So what's this guy saying? Oh, shit. Okay, so damn, I did not expect this to happen. We just got ambushed. Right. These guys should be pretty easy for us to kill, I think. I'm not even sure. I've never done this before, so let's just clear up. Our Forge Lance should be able to take care of these, no doubt, so we'll do that quickly. Let's go here and use Noah. Wow. And that's ultimately the power of this character. Really strong, really good. But Uginak is going to have a bit of a slower time, unfortunately. I've never seen these mobs before, so it must be associated to the new dungeon. Okay, let's price stake this one. Let's go dog mode. And just pass. So that's the fight done on the Forge Lance. Got some resources. Okay, we don't want to speak to him anymore. But yeah, Uginak is very single target heavy, whereas our Forge Lance is actually very, AoE based. It does a lot of damage to multiple targets at once. So that's why they kind of work well together. But in scenarios like this, where we are 1v1ing, it's a bit of a different ball game. So we'll use Cerberus, Watchdog, and then Mastiff. There we go. We'll just quickly run over Thazric. And we are healing up, as you can see, so we are sustaining, because Prey gives us back a percentage of our damage, and Mastiff also on top of that. So we are healing up, which is nice to see, because it means there's no waiting around for healing. There Let's actually try our sword out as well. So let's use weapon skill. So it went from 310 max to 359. So it was pretty decent damage, I must say, for a neutral attack. And there we go. So to save the little legs of our Oogie, we'll just teleport him here. Okay. Let's smash through this dungeon. Should be relatively easy. I'd say personally a bit easier than the Smith dungeon, because there's not. I don't know why. I just feel like this is a lot easier. I think it's because they have less health. But yeah, this should be a cakewalk. So if we prey state this guy and use tracking, it will pull us closer, which is nice. And then we can prey state this one and use Ulna to gain 1 MP. But in situations like this, it's nice to have Vazrik in the centre of all the action, because then we are able to throw down one lance and then slap Noah, and that just speeds up the fight tenfold. And we did the challenge too, which was nice. Okay, so we want to do the challenge in here as well. So we've got contamination again, which is always very nice. So when we go to use Noah, we want to be in the centre of it all, because obviously it hits twice around an AoE. One around us and then one around the lance. And then we've also got Brass Volley, which is also an AoE. So we can get some good damage on everyone there. This is why I kind of want to go Chance, because Tibia is a brilliant AoE spell. So we could even make it a Chance pushback, maybe. And then also we do have the range with Ulna and Marrowburn. So I will look into obviously making a chance set for our Uginak, because I think it could be quite useful for the future, having a really strong from chance. But I am loving the strength as well. I think the strength is really nice. I will definitely look into some sets that we can potentially build. So that's that done, and that's the challenge as well. And we got the walk achievement, which is lovely, that's what we need. We are flying through this, absolutely flying. Okay, so Magus first. So we'll go down here. Heroic charge. Full combo. Yeah, these regular walks seem to have quite a large amount of health, and they are blocked here, which is annoying. However, we can use Panic, which is our new spell, which is really useful for situations like that, because that means we can just kill that monster. These guys hit quite hard. Seriously. Wow. Unfortunately for those, we hit harder. I was going to see if we could heal, but I don't think we can. Does this give us rage? Yes, it does. Okay, so if we use this... Oh, we crit. Okay, so another tip here on this dungeon specifically, avoid this massive hole. If you do click on one of the cells in the hole, it will teleport you down there, which there is a troll located, I believe, and it is quite high level. I'd believe it can aggro too, so you don't want to be stuck in there with that troll. Okay, so when I usually go to fights like this, I often look for the enemy which is playing before my other character. So as you can see here, the Bork Magus. This is how I know what to target. If I go for Bork Magus, for now, it basically gives us a spare turn, because now our Uganat can attack with no skips in between. And that is ultimately how I get the most amount of damage off in one turn. If I didn't kill the Magus, obviously the Magus would have been able to attack. So, pretty sure you guys are aware of how to play the game. But obviously if you're not, that's a nice little tip to have. Okay, this is okay. Can we finish this guy off? Oh, we can. We should be able to get a full heal on this guy if we use Prey and then Mastiff. We have got Appeasement too, which heals us. How much AP is that? 3 AP? Cerberus. Oh, only if it crits it kills. That's unfortunate. Oh well. And there we are, on the boss room already. So again, looking at the achievements, first thing you want to look at before you do any of these Dungeon Keeper fights. So Bork et. So we've got Hermit in first. Should be easy. I think Hermit is don't next to a ally. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know how I did that, but hey ho. Right, and then first, so we need to kill this gorgeous looking Bork up here. Okay. So I don't need the next one, ally, which is very easy. So we're going to get max amount of damage off on this one. She has a stupid amount of HP, so just be wary of that. And she does have good resistances. She also has access to a full heal spell called World of Recovery, which she probably will use. Yep, or that one. Bork Regeneration. But she has a cooldown on that spell, so the sooner you get her to use it, the more successful you're going to be in the fight. So just keep wailing on her and she should be coming down relatively easily. Obviously, staying away from these guys because they're going to be the brutes of the game. They're going to be hitting you for quite high damage. So as you can see, this Bork here doesn't have any access to us. So we are safe for one turn. Right, so let's use this one. We are free to move, which is nice. And then let's try and lock her as well if we can. Yeah, so she can't move now. Choose it again? No, she can't. Okay, so we're just going to do a full combo. I guess we can save our rage for next turn so we get max amount of damage. But yeah, the Bork should be dead this turn, which is nice. We are still pretty healthy, lost around 400 health, but as you can see, we are quite strong for our level, I would say. Right, so let's just finish this one off. There we go. We can also finish this one as well. So Rage gives us MP. And then we can Prey State Bork and go for a Cerberus and then a Mastiff. Oh wow, 206. That's hefty. So we should be able to wrap this up now. We go here and use heroic charge. And then I guess we can use Noah just to teleport and get some damage off. And then hopefully... Ah, that's an issue. So, as you can see here, Vazrik is one cell. Yeah, it's quite annoying, but if we pray and then use Tibia, there we go. So that just basically means that we're not going to be ending next to our ally if we were to have defeated the monster. Yeah. So that was very close, we nearly failed the achievement. But we should be good now, as long as we move. And we should level up, so the health that we've lost doesn't really matter. Nice. So again, very easy dungeon. 30 minutes, we've managed to do 2. So let's just claim this XP. Oh, that's always nice to see. Level 75, level 91, wow, okay. So yeah, we got 2 levels each on both of those. And we're sitting at how many characteristic points? Well, 55 unused. I think just put them into vitality for now. We can obviously re-scroll when we need to. 25 into strength. Very nice. So we've managed to get... Oh, we can't teleport out of here, so we will have to go outside. So we need to go speak to Jumbo Mumbo again and see what the final dungeon is from his questline. I think he's only going to give us one more. Would make sense. Oh god, this area is always super laggy. And we are sitting pretty fruitful for our achievement points as well. 791, so we're nearly at 1,000. What are we sitting at on our forge? 993, so we're very close. So 1337 is another achievement where we get 43,000 karmas and 1.5 million XP. And 1,000 is 21k. Nice. So we are close to getting that. So we've got another level. And yeah, so it is a Shin Lava. I think we can squeeze this Shin Lava in. Yeah, I think we can. Let's do it. So Shin Lava is located in the Crackler Mountain, which is here, to the north of Amakna village and to the south of Astrub. As you can see, so Astrub here, follow all the way down to the Crackler Mountain, which is the Zap located there. It's very close to the Quackler's Nest. So the quickest way there for us at the moment is going to be using our Haven Bag. There was a time when there was no Haven Bag. I actually completely forgot. So we've already got the Crackler Mountain Zap on our Forge Land, so what we're going to do is just use our pre-sentient mount and click on the map and it will take us there without even pressing anything. But while we're waiting for that, what I want to look at is if we go onto our encyclopedia. Now we are level 75 on our Uginap. I'm thinking level 80 we need to have a little set change. I know we've only just done it a few episodes ago, but we are leveling up relatively fast, but it would be nice to see what sort of builds we can go, and let's leave everything to imagination. You know, we don't have to go a certain route, we don't have to go strength, we could try, you know, chance for instance. Wow, fire, that's a really good shovel. Like a really good shovel, wow. 10 fire damage and 60 intelligence. Oh my god, I've never seen that. Unfortunately, I don't think chance is a viable option for us because we only have 2 spells. I don't know, chance with some good options. Agility, I don't obviously want to go agility because we have an agility based character. I will play about with it and obviously see what we can do. I've always loved this King Jellic's crown. I think it used to be really good back in the day on a old school Sacria, and the Sacria used to be 2 for 1 vitality. Yeah, something like this belt, for instance, gives 1 summon, which is actually really nice on an indie deck, and we can obviously mage it. But no, I will have a play about it, and hopefully next episode I'll have a set in mind where I can show you guys and we can piece together what we need to piece together. Can we teleport? Now this is a thing I don't know. I don't know if we can teleport to the Shin Lava. We'll find out. Because access in this dungeon is quite unique. And we will need to make a guild soon as well, just so we don't over-level our forge-ons, because we are pushing 100 already, which is good, but I don't want to make it too easy. I don't think we've actually died yet, which is nice, but... Right, here we go. Yeah, so we can't teleport, which is a shame, so we will have to run. So yeah, quickest way there for us, I'm back in the village, and just go up. So this is the key for the dungeon. Surprisingly, it's in consumables. And what it is a little golden lava that follows you around. Now be careful when using this because, as you can see on the info, it says 1 remaining fight. So if you do happen to go to a fight with this equipped and you die, you lose it. Same with, obviously, if you die in a dungeon, you will need to get another one to access the dungeon, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It just would make sense, personally. So yeah, we need to access the Shin Lava, and also in the dungeon is a series of tiles. These tiles are weighted tiles, which can only be used with 2 characters, standing on a tile at the same time. So that's why having these 2 in here is really handy. We'll wait in the first room. Just equip our pet. We have got a few items we could transfer over. For instance, we do have this Crocodile Chief belt. This is if we were to go chance. Really nice resistances and 6 water damage, which is really good. We also have a few other pieces of the Crocodile Chief set, such as this amulet and also this. But this doesn't give any chance, so we don't want that. The blade could be nice, but it hits neutral. So I don't know, I'm already thinking about stuff to do with the Uginak reaching level 80, because we are going to be getting level 80 relatively quickly if we keep keeping up the pace. So I just get really excited about making new builds. I'm sure you guys can understand that. These lower levels are really fun as well. There we go. Okay, so this dungeon is very fun. I love this dungeon, I think it's very fun. Some of the monsters can be quite tricky, but as long as you isolate one at a time, it should be very easy for you to do. Blitzkrieg, let's try do Blitzkrieg, we should be able to do it. Let's have a look, which one has minus Earth Res? This one's lower HP, so we'll go for this one. Hoping we can kill it in 1 minute. Oh no, we need to get it maybe. Okay, we're good. Yeah, as you can see, the emerald actually lowers your AP, so it does make fights a bit more tedious. That's the first room done in a matter of seconds. And the XP is really good. Okay, so this is where the dungeon splits off. So you need one character going in one room and the other character going in the other. And when we get to this room, we need to step on these tiles. So we've got this one for Vazrik and then this one for Kursav. And we have to pull the handle at the same time. And then we need to go through the dungeon. Now the good thing about this is you're only facing 2 monsters rather than 4, so it does make the fights a bit easier. Obviously if you're going in with a team of 8, God bless your soul, because that must be absolutely mine, unless it's 4 crowns or whatever, or 8 crowns. But for us, relatively easy from the get-go. So we'll just get Vazrik through first, like so. So each one has a different special ability, for instance, should we say. So the ruby, I believe, reflects damage. The emerald lowers MP. I'm not sure what the blue one does. Oh yeah, reflects 15, so the emerald also reflects. But because we have prey state, we should heal through the reflect. Okay, so it's another fight. Yeah, it's another solo fight for each character. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oops, did not mean to do that. Nice, we get a juicy little unexpected level up. I didn't even think we'd get a level up in here. Okay, so now we're back together, which is good. The last room in this dungeon is really fun, especially for an agility character. Right, let's use Noah so we can hit a multitude of enemies. Finish that guy off. We do need to try do a challenge in the next room or so. This is a good setup. So javelin down, big Noah, and then brass volley. I love this stuff. Yeah, this is like a situation where something such as tibia would be very handy. Strength is very strong though, I must say. Very good single target damage. Okay, so we have to do it one more time, where our characters are going to be solo. It's not an issue at all. We are capable. Okay, where is it? So if you press Z on your keyboard, it will show up sort of enemies and perceptors. And if you right click your screen and put in display characters, you can kind of see stuff through the surrounding. So that's how I find these monsters without actually knowing where they are. Just for the sake of time, I'm not really going to be focusing on the challenges here, but let's try and finish off at least one of these. There we go. I think that means Vazric's in the boss room. Sweet. So we will get the Uginak through these next two rooms pretty quickly, so we can join him. Okay, let's try the challenge. So we need to defeat blue sapphire lava first. Shouldn't be difficult at all. Let's use tracking to pull ourselves closer, and then watchdog twice. Okay, perfect stuff. So that's the boss room encountered. Let's have a look at the achievements just before we go ahead and fight this. So Shin Lava. So Shin Lava, faint-hearted. So that is never finish your turn adjacent to an enemy. So it's obviously the other way around to Herbert. Oh god. And then versatile, which is never use the same action more than once. So quite a straightforward one, nothing really too difficult in this dungeon. So let's just get straight into it. So we're going to keep Vazric up top because of his high agility stat, which means he's not really going to get locked. Okay, so enemy and versatile. So as you can see, Shin Lava's resistance is -26 to air. So we can deal some pretty good damage on this guy. We just need to make sure we don't use the same action more than once. So we're going to run back here and end there. We might even be able to do contamination and sharing. So that's all challenges, all achievements, which would be quite nice for us. So as you can see, if we go here for instance, we're going to get locked. So we want to make sure we don't get locked. And we don't want to be using the same spell twice. So we'll just play it safe with Oogie, run back. -2 AP, ugh. And -1 AP. The golden lava is very annoying. So we're on 7 AP. That's the big spell. So when Shimmer Lava casts that spell, it basically gives you plus AP. So we've got +4, we've got 4 AP now. So what do we want to do? Okay, let's go there. Let's use Noah. Big damage. And then we'll use Brass Volley to finish off these two. Nice. Now if we get Prey State on Shin, should deal some pretty good damage. Now, Sursav hasn't actually killed an enemy yet, so we will not be doing sharing, which is fine. But as you can see now, we lose AP and we gain... We just lose AP actually. Okay, let's push back. And then I think we can finish him off. And this is perfect, so now we can actually finish the green lava off with our Oogie Knife, which gives us all challenges and all achievements. So very nicely done there. We managed to get the achievement as well for all the lavas. And we got a crazy amount of drops, good XP. So let's just collect all this juicy stuff. 77, 78 maybe? It's just lagging. 78, nice. Brilliant. And oh my god, we're going to get some crazy XP on this guy. 94, 94. Oh wow, Cyclone Lancer, new spell. Oh wow, this looks amazing. Considering we're already agility pushback and this spell pushes back and deals agility. What the hell is this? Eclipse. What? Oh my god, okay. Right, we've got some stuff to sort out. Let's go talk to Mumbo first. As we need to go hand in the quest and get even more XP, funnily enough. And then we will try out the new spell we just received. Because it looks incredible. So between this episode and the next episode, I am going to be creating a few different set ideas on Dofus Creator. And within that set, I am hoping to go ahead and upgrade our Oogies because he is leveling up very fast. I think 2 episodes ago we were level 61 or 60 and now we're 78, so yeah, doing these dungeons in this specific order, just following the quest line, I would highly recommend, and especially if you're a new player, this is a really good way to get some karmas, to get some resources, to get some experience, and to also understand certain mechanics. So if you have been following since episode 1, hopefully I've explained it the best I can, but I'm just wanting to make sure that people are able to follow this, and whenever I'm online I am recording. So that's a big thing for me, is to make sure that everything I'm doing I am recording and making sure that you guys are up to date with it. Sweet, so we got nearly another level, so we are going to be level 80 very soon, and nearly another level for our... Oh my god. So he does give us access to the new dungeon, which I'm looking forward to very much so. I've never ever encountered this dungeon. It's a completely new mob to me. I've never even seen it. It looks incredible. These sprites look amazing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. We're definitely going to be taking on that dungeon in the next episode. And yeah, let's go try out our new spell. So if we go to the Astrub City, and I am very aware that this set I'm using on the Forge Lance is not key because of how high a level we are now, but I don't want to be looking at new sets for Forge Lance until around level 100 because we get an extra AP from getting level 100, so there's no point us going into sets at the moment. And we are quite strong already. Okay, so Cyclone Lancer. And we also got another spell, which I really want to try, which is this one, Eclipse. It deals some crazy damage, apparently. Okay, let's do a level 50 pouch. Alright, let's have a read. So, Cyclone Lancer. Summons the lance, inflicts air damage on enemies, and repels targets in a line up to the targeted cell. Now it is very strong. 25 to 27. Bearing in mind our No Mia Javelin, which is level 2, hits 23 to 26. And Brass Volley, 13 to 15. So this is nearly double the damage. And it is free AP. Okay, so... I see, so it's only linear. Ooh. But it hits an AoE. Right, okay. And you can't use it twice per turn, but you can use this one twice per turn. Okay, okay. Let's have a look. So it requires the armed state. So we need to have the lance in our hand. And, okay, okay. So we need to pull this guy closer. So let's just, actually, what's this one do? Eclipse. Summons the lance. Applies a shield and caster. Summons the lance on the targeted cell at the start of the caster's next turn and casts one of these two spells. Sigil's Disc, which inflicts damage in the best element on enemies in an area of effect if the cell is occupied, recalls the lance. Or it can use Mani's Crescent if the cell is occupied by the caster, recalls the lance and applies the gravity state. Right, okay. Applies a shield to the caster and renew armor. So we can summon it anywhere? Okay. -6 range, wow. And then if we pass? Whoa, okay, okay. Wait, we need to see... This spell looks to do some crazy damage. Its base is 54 to 61. Oh my god. 475. It does cost 5 AP. It has a modifiable range. You can do some crazy things with this. Am I the only one who's freaked out by it? Like that is super strong. Ah, okay, so ooh. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna summon the Chafer here. I'm going to use Cyclone Lancer. Right, so you see the pouch, it deals a lot more damage because what happens is anything in this line is getting pushed this way, so towards the lance. So because the Chafer is in front of the pouch, it's going to get pushed, and then obviously the pouch is going to be pushed into the lance. Sounds quite complicated, but as you can see from the damage output, I'm not complaining in the slightest. Noah as well. When we get Noah to level 2, it's going to make us even stronger. But yeah, this is a really good spell. Wow, we can push back so far, and it hits quite strong. The issue I found with the Nomia Javelin was you obviously had to be away one range in order to use it, so that eliminates any cause of concern. Let's look at our acquisition levels. So we get Noah level 2. When do we get Noah level 2? 131. Okay, so that's quite a ways away. Now, we did get Phalanx level 2, which is 30% extra shield, so that's nice. And Brass Volley level 2, we get level 102. But yeah, there's some amazing spells. This is my first time trying Forge Lance to this level. I've never got higher than this level. So I'm glad I can share the experience with you guys, and hopefully it gives you sort of more motivation to maybe get back into the game or try a new character. But I'm really enjoying this character at the moment. I think it's one of the best, well thought out, in my opinion, new classes that they've brought out in the last 7 years or so. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Anyways, I'm going to end this episode off here. Really happy if you stuck around to the end to watch all the shenanigans we got up to today. Please stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to be taking on the Rack Cooper dungeon, which is in the archipelago of Valonia, which I've never been to, so we will try and figure out how to get there because I have no idea. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.